Regular season Vipers post-season lifeline. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 1-3. If he loses this week, could be the death knell of a playoff berth. Adonis on the other side of the. We got BigSneezy fighting on that team.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here. Well, that's a huge completion on third down. And
time on third down.
What do you do as a coordinator moving forward now trying to stop this guy from making plays?
I can't tell you how frustrating that is. I got two on you.
Drop back, and Adonis able to get one back on the defensive side of the football there. Three-step drop came up empty. Adonis with a sack on the quarterback. 2nd and 24 now. Southern Arkansas. I think it's a still third and long for Southern Arkansas following the gain of 9. On second, the completion, the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. Run on 1st and 10, and it's in for the touchdown as Southern Arkansas gets scoring started here in game 1 of this matchup. Adonis could not come away with the opening stop in this one.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive.
Adonis now looking to take the field. First trip on offense for Post University tonight.
Bringing it back.
And he Bounces it out to the right side. Could be special teams magic for Adonis at the 30. The 20, nobody's catching the return man on special teams. It's a kickoff return touchdown for Post University. Adonis's defense getting right back out on the field. The quarterback and that offense not having to take the field. Special teams work there on Adonis' side to get us all knotted up at 7 apiece. And Arkansas looking to create or some of that special teams magic. Couldn't quite find a perfect mix that Adonis did on that last kickoff. They'll get started at the 28-yard line. On dropping back, it's hands on the quarterback once more. Adonis' second sack of the contest.
It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa.
Run on second down goes nowhere. Stuffed at the line. It's a loss of 3.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating.
Dropping back to pass. They'll need more magic on third down here on this drive. Forced out of bounds at the 20. Still 4th and 18. For Southern Arkansas here. Adonis may have that opening stop. It will be 4-down offense for Southern Arkansas.
He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and
back on 4th and 18. Passes hauled into the big fella for the first down. 4-down offense is the call for Southern Arkansas, and they keep this drive alive. Hopping back quickly, throwing it out towards the big fella and out of bounds. Incomplete that time. Southern Arkansas dodged a bullet on this drive, but still facing more defensive pressure. Needs to go for the quick release out of the backfield. Pass is hauled in. It's a gain of 9 that time.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
That time just enough to reset down and distance for Southern Arkansas. They continue to march upfield. Dropping back on first, nearly intercepted. Adonis needs to settle for an incompletion there.
Keep it himself.
Pitch on the ground on second down. Not enough to move the chains. Just a 7-yard gain that time. Think about the end of the first quarter. Adonis only took the field on special teams, but he's got us knotted at 7 apiece here as we start second quarter of play.
Choreographed, everybody going on their own snap count there. Defense trying to find its way off the field on the 9th play of the drive. It'll be 3rd and 8. Off the play fake.
Play action on 3rd and 8. A hesitation out in the secondary. The middle linebacker couldn't get there. Pass is hauled in. It's a first down for Southern Arkansas. They continue to march downfield.
Waited for the right window, the right
one in the backfield this time on first. It does go to the running back. It's a 2-yard gain there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
too sure what happened to BigSneezy. He's yet to take the field.
Sellers.
If it's the same for BradSnappa. BradSnappa has gone live. We should swap to his game, although Adonis two-way prowess comes to fruition. Defense and special teams is the call, and this one could go all the way for 6 at the 20, at the 10. Adonis touchdown for Post University.
And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house.
The offense continuing to stay out
flipping the field
on the sideline, ladies and
score.
gentlemen. Adonis will be pitching another
plays and gets points out of it.
Here he comes from
his
inside his own
defense here in the
5.
second quarter.
He was looking
Defense and
for
special
some
teams
running room, but not
hasn't
much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
hard for this
And the South
quarterback.
Carolina offense is
Good
back
position
on
to
the field.
be if you're Adonis here in this one. Bouncing it to the
Puts it out
outside.
in the flat.
Pass is
Really
hauled
short
in.
gain on that one. Defense all over it. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on second down.
Dropping back to pass. This man is uncovered. Rolling down the right sideline. It's the big man, the tight
He
end.
was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You look to be backed up and then
Continues to be a painful point for Adonis in open space. He's giving up a lot of completions to that big man, rolling and running loose out there. This time rolling and running loose from the running back position. It's just a 5-yard gain after the cut back up to the middle.
Second down for this offense.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does.
The longer
They'll get
Adonis
right
can
back on the
force
ball
this
and they'll
drive,
go
the
really
more
quick, so you
opportunities
gotta
he
be
has
prepared.
to take advantage of mistakes from this offense. Not want to give up a one-play touchdown every additional down on this drive. They've already forced an interception, already coming ready to pick 6.
It's 3rd and 5.
Want to give chances for your defense to get fingerprints on this game.
Back to throw, it's Sellers.
Dropping back to pass now, looking to roll out the quarterback. Running into one defender, just short of the first. It's 4th and inches there at the 37.
Really nice job by the defense that time.
Third down offense continues to be the call for Southern Arkansas. They've already had one 4th down conversion in this one.
It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure with this guy scrambling.
Back to pass on 4th. Yet again, the tight end, a problem child out in the second level. It's hauled in. Another 1st down for Southern Arkansas.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10.
And Arkansas now deep in red zone territory. Who else but the tight end gonna roll in uncontested for the touchdown? But it's back knotted at 14 apiece.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end.
That is going to be our cue to transition, see what else we have going on with our post-university Eagles tonight. BigSneezy still taking the field. Hopefully we'll get an update from his matchup. Brad's matchup has just started. We'll swap to his in just a moment. Do want to stick with Adonis here as he approaches halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Stopped at the 17.
No more special teams magic.
Second-guessing that
And so Adonis's offense is going to take the field. First drive or Adonis under center. Well, not quite in rhythm. Hasn't needed the quarterback for the first 2 scores of this contest.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Moving away from
Back
pressure.
Adonis trying to force the issue
On the run, and he'll
on the
slide
QB
before
scramble.
the
It's a
big hit.
6-yard gain.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
One in the backfield for Adonis here on second.
The give to the back.
Goes to the back,
Tackled
out of the
at
backfield
28. It's a pickup
for
of
a
5.
first down.
They won't
We
have
get to the
time
2-minute
run another
timeout.
play,
Adonis
and we
not
will
quite
take
playing
it
the
to
2 clock
2-minute
game
timeout.
in this one. 3 timeouts apiece
Offense has it at
before
the
we head into
28 on
halftime.
first down. They're gonna ride
Once again
this
to the running
back.
back right up the middle. It's another first down for Post University.
After getting 10 on that one.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back
But
to
you
their
see, if
playmaker
you're
at running
Adonis,
back. And
might
I
need to turn
love
up the
push
heat.
they got up front,
Clock
getting
is
ahead
ticking
on
that
that,
quite at
opening
midfield
a
just yet in
huge
this one.
hole for the
Play fake
And you become
on
so
first is
hard to
incomplete.
defend.
Someone was
You can
uncovered
run
there
the
on
football
play action,
successfully on first down.
forcing
You're
the
starting
issue
like
on the
that now.
defensive side of the
Opens up
football for
play
Southern
action.
Arkansas
Now
that
you're
time.
making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything
Step
else.
drop for Adonis. Now looking to step into it. Has a lane to run through. Going to dive upfield for the first down.
You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this
One
with
in
my
the
feet.
middle
He was
there,
able to
Adonis
do that.
taking
Now they got a
advantage
fresh set of downs.
of the open space has had multiple scrambles on this drive from scrimmage.
Throws for the tight end.
See the big fella over the middle on the Texas routes, hauled in the first and more for Post University. Up to the 25 now as they enter enemy territory.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
Going back to pass hit as he makes the throw. It's incomplete.
Releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All the players ready to go. Couldn't quite find the release
You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his
from the line of scrimmage on those receivers.
To two, and then maybe make a play.
He's
And he goes
rolling
off
out
of
to his
foot.
right. Needs to find something. Able to make magic out of the scramble up to the 3-yard line now for Post University.
It'll be first and goal for this offense. And
Able to high point the ball, using that receiver to make him open. Make magic happen out there with the one-on-one. Run on first and goal. Post University able to haul it in. Adonis takes the lead. 21-14. Only 42 seconds left before halftime.
Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a
I have
little
no
bit of
update
time left
on the
in the first half.
BigSneezy game. His live stream, his POV did come online shortly before tonight's broadcast, before dropping out. Not too sure what occurred, so we can't get an update there throughout tonight's show. We're going to stick with Adonis through halftime. We're swapping over to Brad's stream as they are just about getting scoring started. First touchdown in that game has been scored about a couple minutes into the first quarter. Dropping back to pass Southern Arkansas, the third sack of the contest. Good sign for Adonis' defense. They take their first timeout. One in the backfield. They've been in this position before. The work far from over for Adonis here on defense. Hit on the quarterback, incomplete. 2 straight wins for Adonis on defense. Gonna need 2 more to get this football back. Doesn't need to call a timeout following the incompletion.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond
Back to pass over the middle. Spin move is shut down. Another timeout for Post University. And 4-down offense is going to need to be the call for Southern Arkansas. Quarterback staying back out on the field. One in the backfield here for Southern Arkansas. Gotta wonder where that tight end is. Looks like they're coming out in a wide receiver heavy look. No tight end for Southern Arkansas. Need to find something the old-fashioned way. Instead, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Adonis now room service for more points. 1 timeout to work with. This drive gets a head start up to the 19-yard line. We talked about that possession battle. Burned Adonis last week. He's looking to take advantage. Here as we approach halftime, it's another touchdown for Post University. Adonis doing some damage with his first passing touchdown of the contest.
You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a
Kick is up, and it is good as Adonis doubled his lead, doubled his opponent's score with only 18 seconds left to go in the half.
To get some stops.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
Possession battle so crucial for Adonis. He's going to have a chance to leapfrog his opponent even further. He's starting with the football in the second half. 16 seconds left, 3 timeouts to work with for Southern Arkansas. No secret about where this ball has got to go. It's got to go deep downfield and fast. Adonis can continue to weaponize that possession advantage.
Final 30 seconds of the first half.
Wealth of pre-snap adjustments. No prevent look coming out for Post University just yet. 16 seconds going to leave time to run about 2 to 3 plays, depending on the length under center in the pocket
offer
there.
the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Penalty on 1st and 10, a little too lackadaisical. Snap that football. It's a 5-yard penalty there. Run on 1st down. Decent gain up to the 21. Going to force the first timeout for Southern Arkansas.
Timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Sellers.
Dropping back to pass, too patient under center. Multiple Ohio State Buckeyes waiting in the wings. Could have been another interception for Adonis here in this one. Lucky that Southern Arkansas got away with an incompletion there on 2nd. Now here on 3rd, the run goes nowhere. Backwards. It'll be 4th and 10 now for Southern Arkansas. Out comes the punting unit for Post University. Special teams on both sides of the field. This will be the last play from scrimmage here in the first half. Adonis needs to go the length of the field to pick up some points on special teams, and he may have exactly that, ladies and gentlemen. To the 20, to the 10, the special teams being the difference maker. It's Adonis' 2nd special teams touchdown. 34 to 14, your lead now. It'll be 35 following the PAT. And defense and special teams have been a problem in this one, ladies and gentlemen. 21 points is your lead. That's the difference maker between these two squads. As Adonis picks up 1 touchdown on defense with a pick 6, a punt return, and a kickoff return touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Again, he'll be starting with that football here in the 3rd quarter. This game may already be decided. Take a brief moment to transition over. We're going to leave the Adonis show for just a little bit here. Still no BigSneezy sighting just yet. Swap over to the BradSnappa POV in just a moment. We get on over here, start of the 2nd quarter here in this game 1 against John Brown here in Swiss format. BradSnappa, much like Adonis, fighting for his post-season playoff berth lives here against John Brown University. Dangerous ball, and it's intercepted in the back of the end zone. Brad, taking a chance downfield. Multiple defenders, multiple receivers. It's John Brown University coming away with the interception there in the red zone. BradSnappa did score the opening touchdown. We mentioned it just a couple minutes into the 1st quarter of plays. He did start with the football. Now looking for his defense to keep him up in this one. Dangerous ball on the right side. Adonis will happily pick that off. Brad's going to happily pick that off. Intercepted. And BradSnappa, although he gave up the interception in the end zone, blink and you might miss it, ladies and gentlemen. He's back out on offense here, already in enemy territory. Rolling out to his right, throwing cross body. John Brown was all over it. Knocked incomplete that time. A sigh of relief for BradSnappa. It's always hard to throw crossbody, and John Brown well aware of it that time. Rolling out to his right once more, throwing cross field. No look pass for BradSnappa towards the left sideline. It is hauled in, and it's enough for a 1st down for Post University. Dropping back to pass once more, rolling to his right once more, throwing cross body, and John Brown this time come away with the interception. BigSneezy finally taking the field here with a chance to defend his undefeated record. We should swap to that in just a moment, Brad. More shades of deja vu as he once again returns to the defensive side of the field here, following an interception and throwing an interception. Just under a minute between the two. Run on 2nd and 5. Bounce into the outside. Could have been dangerous. The last defender puts out the fire at the 47. Still gives up a first down that time for Post University. Play action here on first. Rolling to his right. Has to outrun a defender. Forced to throw it out of bounds. Loaded backfield for John Brown. Gonna power through the middle of the field. Able to get a 6-yard gain that time on the ground. Now up at the 42-yard line here for John Brown University. Dropping back to pass on first. It's a moon ball down the left sideline. Brad's all over it. It's intercepted. Not sure what he saw on the left sideline. Looked like a 50-50 ball when he released it. Stick work from both users being the difference maker as the ball was in the air. BradSnappa able to come away with the interception. Now maybe giving up a safety. Rolls into almost the back of his own end zone. Be second and humongous from the 2-yard line. Nearly gave up the first points of the contest to John Brown University on the safety. John Brown still looking for it as they call the challenge. It goes nowhere. Gonna have to settle for pinning Brad back 28 yards short of the marker. Run on 2nd and 28. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 0 there on 2nd. So that'll bring about the 2-minute timeout as we approach halftime. I want to see BradSnappa just play the possession game. He's not starting with the football in the 3rd quarter. Don't want to give John Brown a chance to leapfrog you with that possession game. They're stuffed at the line once more on 3rd down. Gotta think about bringing out the punting unit. Just play keep away here. Not seeing BradSnappa that much on offense in tonight's broadcast. This would be certainly quite the long pass through the air. 28 yards between BradSnappa and a fresh set of downs. Offense is going to stay out on the field for Post University. One in the backfield for BradSnappa to work with at his own 2-yard line. You see him the patience under center. He's trying to play that keep away game as much as he can. So if he fails to get this first down, it's going to be much ado about nothing. John Brown will be starting with a room service field position. Timeout is going to be the call. Draw as much time off the play clock as possible before the punting unit comes out here following the timeout. I like what I'm seeing from BradSnappa there. Make it as difficult as possible for John Brown. Give him as little wiggle room to work with. 1:10 for John Brown here at the opposing 48. Defense needs to continue to be the hallmark for BradSnappa here. And do not want to let this possession battle flip this game on its head. Second and inches here on the play fake. Rolling down the right sideline. 2 defenders in the airspace. The third going to finally bring the receiver down. Not before they're up at the 8-yard line. Big chunk play for John Brown University. They're in prime scoring position. I've seen some players really excel when they're in red zone territory. Others shrink with the smaller field. See how John Brown responds. Able to throw a strike right down the middle for the touchdown. John Brown scored their first touchdown through the air. Get us all knotted up at 7 apiece. Now the question of the possession battle on BradSnappa's mind here. Kickoff return incoming. We'll have 40 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with. And this has been an offense that has done an excellent job with the matriculation downfield. Struggled when they're really looking for chunk plays. We saw that on their last drive on offense. Gonna need to move with the quickness here. You want to see them put any sort of points on the board, put some pressure on John Brown to come out guns blazing in the third quarter. So you've seen John Brown is not an offense that is entirely spotless either. Rolling to his left, nearly intercepted. Instead, it'll be incomplete. Hard to throw with that sort of power on the run. BradSnappa has to settle for the incompletion. Quick pass is caught. We mentioned that matriculation. The yards per play on BradSnappa's drives is very consistent. The standard deviation very low. Is where BradSnappa struggled in situations where he needs to flip the field and immediately. Juke move up the middle of the field brings out another timeout for BradSnappa. 12 seconds remaining. The prevent look coming out for John Brown at any moment now. Only a couple plays left before BradSnappa in halftime here in game 1. Rolling to the left sideline and out of bounds this time for BradSnappa. 7 seconds still outside of field goal range. Needs a chunk play here on 2nd and 1. Dropping back to pass. The pocket collapses around him and it's incomplete. Three-step drop. Essentially had no time beyond that. And out comes the prevent look for John Brown University. We've seen our post-University Eagles break this open before. Saw Adonis do it last week. BradSnappa going to look to do it underneath on the lateral to the big man. A little bit too much mass for that pass. They're brought down and we are all tied up at 7 apiece. We mentioned the possession game being so crucial with Adonis. Saw him last week lose despite playing what you could pretty effectively call perfect college football 26 because of the possession battle. Now BradSnappa going to be looking for a lifeline starting on the defensive side of the football here. It's been a low scoring contest in this one. Only 1 touchdown apiece. 1 in the backfield for John Brown. The run goes nowhere. Loss of 1 on first down. Loaded backfield this time for John Brown, trying to power it to the outside. BradSnappa's defense is there. It's a loss of 6 that time on 2nd down. And the ground game going nowhere so far for John Brown. And that's the sort of defensive shutout BradSnappa's going to need. Get this possession coin flipping back in his favor. 1 in the backfield. Direct snap to the quarterback. No play action. Rolling out to his right. 50-50 ball on the right sideline. And BradSnappa was there. Knocked incomplete. 4th down territory. John Brown going to operate with special teams on the punting unit. And BradSnappa, a sigh of relief. Possession battle could have made this game out of hand. The low scoring affair continues following that stop from BradSnappa here. Punt return. Going to get Post University started at the 47-yard line on this drive. 1 in the backfield here at the 47 for Post University. Going to be a couple yards on that first play from scrimmage. One in the backfield for Post University. Want to see that continuous matriculation for BradSnappa, rolling to the left sideline. Juke move beats 1 and grabs Post University a fresh set of downs. Dropping back on 1st and 10. It's a sack on the quarterbacks. 1st and 10. Becomes 2nd and 20 now for Post University. And now BradSnappa thrown off his rhythm. Gonna need a chunk play to give his offense a fresh set of downs. Nearly intercepted once more. Instead, it's incomplete. See that? 5 deflections for John Brown University. We've already seen 2 essentially hit the defender's hands and incomplete. Snappa's been very close to giving up a couple of extra plays to this defense. As he makes the throw on 3rd down, and both sides now stuck in a defensive stalemate as the punting unit coming out now for Post University. We are locked in a nail biter here, but we want to take our attention to what we could effectively call the main event of tonight's broadcast. Again, BigSneezy on the board, looking to keep his undefeated record intact.
Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap, it's Hemby.
BigSneezy on that Indiana Hoosiers squad. Not quite sure how he got into this situation. Already facing some adversity here, down multiple touchdowns.
And trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. A little release to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes.
They indeed have the scoreboard not quite updated for BigSneezy. He's up against Glenville State tonight. One of the few undefeated squads remaining this deep into this Swiss format regular season.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
That time on 1st down, just a 1-yard gain for BigSneezy. Not one to shy away from his very unique offensive approach. Still operating out of the Wildcat here despite being down 2 scores, and that's exactly why these big chunk plays, you get shot out of a cannon with these direct snaps to the running back. And BigSneezy, that's a house call for Post University. Touchdown, BigSneezy.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier.
Waiting until the eyes are on him to get scoring started for Post University in this one. Adonis is up 63-28 in his game 1. Game 1's any indication, he'll be primed to get back up to 500 and a nice 2-2 record. And he's still got one more matchup to play as well, as he's got 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter of his game 1. Wow, BigSneezy gonna need some magic on the defensive side of the football. He's down a score, already a high-scoring affair, 14 for Glenville State. Haven't seen them on the field until just now. 1st and 10, quarterback rolling to his right, has a lane to run through. Not going to win that foot race, slides down at the 39-yard line.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended
One in the backfield. Line of scrimmage is crushed. It's a 5-yard loss.
I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that.
Glenville State putting on their thinking caps. Took a while to go out in their formation. BigSneezy always waiting for that formation. Don't want to preemptively pick a defense. Quick completion will be about a 7-yard gain there for Glenville State, continuing to march upfield.
From the gun, Wants to pass.
3-step drop, delivers a strike. BigSneezy's all over it. 4-down offense is going to be the call. Quarterback going to stay out on the field for GSU.
Quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit
One
more
in the backfield here for
patient,
Glenville State on 4th down.
let the play develop.
Dropping back to pass just in the gap of the zones.
He got lazy, checked it down.
Virtually uncontested possession catch there to guarantee the reception.
Guys, it's Georgia holding
2 hands for safeties. That'll bring about the end of the first quarter.
Let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Tremendously stacked backfield for Glenville State out in the heavy formation.
There he goes.
These are 2 sides running unconventional offenses. We saw BigSneezy operating, or Adonis rather, operating against one of these unconventional offenses last week. Once again, we have another heavy formation squad. Gonna bounce to the outside to try to dedicate all the resources right up the middle, so you have that speed advantage. Similar concepts to what BigSneezy likes to run out of his Wildcat formation as well.
Those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive
3rd and 3 now for Glenville State following that heavy offensive attack. Gonna bounce it to the outside. BigSneezy's played these games before. I say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. A lot of shades of BigSneezy offense there from Glenville State. It's enough for the first down.
Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
To the air. It's Stockton.
1st and 10, and once again, to the back, out of the backfield, through the air. It's a fresh set of downs for Glenville State. The march downfield continues.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down.
One in the backfield, hit as he throws the strike. Pass is hauled in. It's a 4-yard gain.
One of the things you love about this running back
Had
is
nary
not only
another
the
moment to throw that
he's
one.
also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more.
Now
before
under
the
2
break.
minutes to go in this one. We did not catch the start of this matchup. Not sure who's going to be starting with the football in the 3rd quarter. Of course, possession, the start of the 3rd at the top of every player's mind here tonight.
Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that
Big fella hauls it in, powers through the defense, just enough for the first.
We're going to have to get the training staff.
Unless they continue to march into enemy territory, out comes that heavy formation.
Stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is
1st and 10, they've got blockers, they dive upfield. Not sure how intentional that is. If they saw the contact early, they may be looking to make
on this red zone opportunity.
all 51 seconds left in the 2nd quarter their own. That's certainly going to be the call. You see the patience there before snapping the football. They're stuffed at the line.
Tight game here.
BigSneezy calling his first time out of the contest.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Boy, they'd love to
Spread
move the sticks
formation
here and take a
for
shot
Glenville
at it on
State here. We
first
saw
and
the
goal.
heavy look. Everybody in the
Motion
box.
to the wide receiver.
We got an empty backfield now
Wants to throw it.
for Glenville State. Dangerous ball. A lot of chefs in the kitchen there. Not exactly too many cooks. Glenville State able to haul it
That's a good
in.
example of
Our
why
4 yards
formation
short of the
on
marker
goals is
here.
so important. It's 3rd down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to
One
rally
in the
and
backfield
make
for Glenville State, dropping back to pass.
It's
It's hauled in. No, it's broken up, and BigSneezy get the stop on 4th down.
decision to go for it on 4th down and one that
Went
did
boom
not fail.
or bust.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see
Glenville
what
State
they
coming
got.
up empty. That trip on 4th down.
It's Hemby. He's
Adonis nearly, or BigSneezy rather, nearly backed into his own end zone.
left to carry into halftime.
Instead, it'll be 2nd and 14 from the 1-yard line.
And they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish.
Already multiple post-University Eagles narrowly avoiding safeties. BigSneezy breathing a sigh of relief, dropping back to pass quickly, bouncing it out to the left side, trying to turn that corner, just enough for the first down.
Team, big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room.
A lot of space to work with here now, not operating in the shadow of your own end zone. BigSneezy up at the 17-yard line now. Once again, trying to turn that corner just short of the first, up at the 26-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
Wildcat once
They get him on the
more.
ground, but it'll be enough for the first
For
down.
BigSneezy, stuffed just past the line of scrimmage. It'll be enough for a fresh set of
Well,
downs.
they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Looking downfield.
Easy coming out on a more conventional look. Needs to lob it deep downfield here.
He'll take a deep shot here.
Able to thread the needle. Able to flip the field that time through the air.
Foot inbounds.
Up to the 38-yard line now. A couple more plays from scrimmage left for BigSneezy. Could be one more play. Get Post University into field goal range.
Gotta be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Dropping back on first hit as he makes the throw.
Offensive line has got to give him at least a
Maybe
little bit of
just
time to
outside
survey
of
the
special
field.
teams range. A 55-yarder. It's possible.
After he got the ball.
Far from easy.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away.
Kick is up. Does it have enough to go through the uprights? It does. BigSneezy 3 points on special teams.
So that's going to
Narrow that deficit as we head into halftime. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We got to say goodbye to the BigSneezy show. We have a Post University Eagle. We got an OT alert. Ladies and gentlemen. Unsurprisingly, it is not Adonis who's already on to his game 2. We get over to the BradSnappa POV. Last play of regulation between John Brown and BradSnappa. Couldn't quite catch it with BigSneezy's late half heroics, but BradSnappa throwing a late game touchdown to get us back tied up in this one. BradSnappa winning the coin toss could be so crucial in a game that has been so defensively headstrong. I mean, no other way to really describe it between these two squads. Only 21 apiece here in overtime. One in the backfield for BradSnappa as we get into OT. Gonna turn that corner on the drag. Couldn't do so. Just a 6-yard gain there. Dropping back to pass once more on 2nd and 4. Deja vu, the same concept. Amazing stick work that time on the drag route. The yards after the catch as BradSnappa goes all the way for the touchdown. Now needs a stop on the defensive side of the football to nail this one down in overtime. See the play breakdown there, the passing versus rushing yards. Both squads doing a lot of their damage through the air. Rolling out to the right. Quarterback scramble, always dangerous when the quarterback's out in open space. John Brown that time going to live with an 8-yard gain and surviving for the rest of this set of downs. One in the backfield here for John Brown from the 17-yard line. Of course, no incentive to play the game clock game here in OT. No excuse but to produce. Is John Brown able to turn the corner, get us all tied up once more, keep this OT going. Kick is up and it is good. It's BradSnappa going to take the field once more on the offensive side. And effectively a staring contest here in OT. In a game that's been so defensively centric, it's the next player to get a win on the defensive side that could come away with the victory here in OT. Dropping back to pass. No, once more rolling out of the pocket. Another 6-yard gain for John Brown on the scramble. Foot race game, always so dangerous. You get tackled out of bounds. It's a nice way to prevent any hit stick fumble shenanigans. John Brown start up at the 19. Yards after the catch. That valve gets shut off. Not before John Brown get a fresh set of downs. Trips formation on that right side of your screen. Another drop back, 1-on-2. Yards after the catch, shreds both defenders lying in wait. And John Brown jumped back out in front. Empty set here for John Brown as they go for 2. Drop back could be another rollout. Instead, lobbing it up to the receiver on the drag route, and the 2-point conversion is good. Now pressure on BradSnappa to meet that frenetic pace here. Bring the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Dropping back, the receiver getting stuck in traffic on the drag route, and it's incomplete. Not quite sure if he got caught on the lineman or what have you. The drop back for Post University, multiple defenders, no opportunity for BradSnappa to turn that corner. It's just a 3-yard gain. See that matriculation continue. The drag this time to the left side of the field. It's good for the first down. To the 12 now for BradSnappa and Post University. More of that drag route magic. This one hauled in. A power through one defender up to the 4-yard line now. Drag routes continue to be a problem for John Brown University. Once again, the receiver stuck in traffic. Brown has been able to slow down this drag route machine, especially here in the red zone with this shorter field. Zone looks just kind of throw a bit of gunk in the gears, so to speak, with these receivers trying to run out into open space. With these shorter concepts rolling out to his right. Receiver on the drag route, able to outrun the defense. Part 1 of 2 accomplished. BradSnappa still needing the 2-point conversion. Keep OT alive in this one. BradSnappa's had some late game heroic game-winning situations before. He's going to need more of that magic tonight. Dropping back to pass, trying to reset, roll out to the left side of the field. Instead, he's brought down, not able to extend that snap any further. And John Brown's able to eke out a narrow 2-point victory here in Game 1 for John Brown University. Very close game again. Such a defensively minded matchup. Just about doubled the score in OT. Between both squads, of course, that game, this series, a best of 3. We'll say goodbye to BradSnappa and John Brown University for just a bit. If we can't grab one of our other Post University Eagles. So we'll get back on board with BigSneezy.
direct snap. It's Hemby. Slithers into space. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is.
BigSneezy
right now. You
in
don't have to
a
panic.
clutch
You don't have to throw it every
overtime
single
potential
play.
scenario here as well.
Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football.
Operating the Wildcat here in red zone territory. BigSneezy can take us to the 2-minute timeout.
Working with the Wildcat there.
Clock management 101. Our professor for tonight's class is BigSneezy, as the game clock is going to effectively be his oyster. He has enough time, he has enough yards, there's enough timeouts. He's in a position where he could theoretically score with triple zeros if he's absolutely perfect. Just want to see BigSneezy try to get points on the board. Of course, any extra game timer that you're able to sap here would be a bonus. Do not want to try to overthink this though. First objective, put some points on the board. 2 more yards there on second down. BigSneezy stuck in the mud here with this Wildcat offense. Seen him swap from it. If things are getting out of hand on third down, it's not quite a 5-alarm fire yet for BigSneezy. And power through, the gap gets shut down. Another pair of yards for BigSneezy. Chew clock is on. It's going to bring us to under a minute. But 4-down offense, a crucial, a critical 4th down for BigSneezy. Game deciding 4th down for BigSneezy here. Want to strike first in this best of 3 series. Needs to make magic happen on this down to do so. BigSneezy going to sap as much time from the game clock as possible. He's still showing that confidence. And from a clock management perspective, if he gets that 4th down conversion, to punch it in with triple zeros. No, instead of timeout, going to be the call. BigSneezy trying to catch Glenville State offsides, maybe get fresh set of downs off a penalty. The 5-alarm fire is being sounded here in the 4th quarter. It's going to force BigSneezy off of his Wildcat offense. Don't need a touchdown, just need 4 yards to keep this drive alive. Gonna go to the end zone, 4-6, and BigSneezy hauls it in for the touchdown. Glenville State over-indexing on the 1st down marker, forgot about the pylons. And BigSneezy goes for 6, boom or bust, and BigSneezy comes up big there on 4th. And there, from a clock management perspective, just about as good as you could hope for. Only 36 seconds left for Glenville State to work with. Kickoff just a bit wide for BigSneezy. Glenville State going to get started at their own 41. A bit of a head start here for GSU. So they can take a field goal to tie or a touchdown to go back up later in this one. Dropping back, and it's the big fella rolling up the middle of the field. BigSneezy in the secondary batting it down. Sigh of relief for Post University. Would have been a huge chunk play to get Glenville State from their own 41 into the red zone.
So faster guys. Good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Dropping back to pass once more is Glenville State, and this time the big fella is able to haul it in for the touchdown. Glenville State liked what they saw. They adjust the route. But once again, working with the big man, the tight end, to get GSU out in front. Now BigSneezy with his work cut out for him. Needs a touchdown with only 22 seconds left to go in this one.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
BigSneezy not looking to sap any time off the game clock with special teams shenanigans. We'll be starting at the 25-yard line. Prevent look not out just yet for Glenville State, but do not doubt that it'll be top of mind for their defense BigSneezy has to move downfield and in a hurry. Pass could not bring it in through the contact. It's incomplete. As 5 precious seconds elapse from this game clock for Post University. Every remaining second is worth its weight in gold, ladies and gentlemen. Precious seconds elapsing here for Post University. Going back to the well, caught underneath the defense. Second timeout called for BigSneezy. Again, needs to go the length of the field. He's at his opponent's 43. Got a nice chunk play there, about 40 yards. Needs about 40 more. A lot of cushion given up from this Glenville State secondary. BigSneezy able to thread the needle up to the 22-yard line, but no timeouts remaining for BigSneezy. He will not be able to rely on the middle of the field any longer. Gonna have effectively 2 plays from scrimmage, depending on how quick he can go here. Needs more late game magic through a missile through the middle of the field on 4th down earlier. Needs more late game magic on the comeback route, and it's intercepted. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Glenville State ice in their veins on the defensive side of the field. BigSneezy nearly had the comeback route. The ball just a little offline. And Glenville State breathing a sigh of relief. They take the lead here in this best of 3 series. And BigSneezy takes his first loss of the regular season. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. BigSneezy's been on an absolute rampage. Glenville State able to calm the undefeated Post University Eagle for just a moment. Of course, it's a 3-game series. Anything is possible. BigSneezy gonna have to battle back, get win 2 in a row to keep his undefeated series record intact. We just try to get back on board with Adonis. Had a blowout Game 1 victory. Could be the makings of more of that here in Game 2. He's on board with his Oregon Ducks squad as we get the scoreboards adjusted here. Adonis batting 1,000 in this game. You heard my... You did not hear my commentator compatriots here, but Adonis scoring 2 touchdowns on his first 2 drives. Far cry from Game 1, he was able to put up 14. He's able to put up almost 21. Uninterrupted before the offense needed to even step out on the field. And here putting up points in Game 2 the old-fashioned way, under center in the quarterback position. Little hesitation move on the rollout to occupy the defenders in space, and now Adonis with a lane to roll through for the touchdown. Love that mastery from Adonis. Had the defense committed to the quarterback scramble. Opens up just enough of a window for the completion and the score.
As the game goes on, these two right now
picture perfect quarterback play from Adonis.
The extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5.
Special teams for Southern Arkansas. Spin move. Brought down all the same at their own 25. Effectively a touchback there for Southern Arkansas.
On the attack and another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like
play action on first. Multiple players downfield. The pass bobbled and incomplete. Defender bothering it just enough to force the incompletion.
Last time, let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got it.
Empty backfield, pass is caught. He's brought down just short of the sticks there.
He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
Again, a drop back on third. Adonis
He's got first down yardage.
Able to sniff it out. Might have been too little, too late there. The user was in the airspace, couldn't put up a fight on the football. Southern Arkansas with a fresh set of downs through the air.
Fires to the wide out.
Once again over the middle, and it's hauled in, this time up to the 28-yard line.
He picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Going in the backfield, this time underneath that defender in zone defense. Once again, just short of the marker. 2nd and inches from the 18-yard line.
Coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. You saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a miss.
Dropping back on the short route. Adonis stuffing it at the line, and it's incomplete. Oh, excuse me, not incomplete. Pass is hauled in. The gain is so small. It'll remain 3rd and inches for Southern Arkansas.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin.
Run on 3rd. Another short gain. This time it is enough to get Southern Arkansas that first down.
They'll give it to him again.
Run on first. Adonis all over it that time. Gain 0.
Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
We did not catch the start of the Adonis show here in game 2. In a tremendous position to keep this lead. Continuing to extend it, depending on the possession battle here. Rolling to the left sideline. Not quite a numbers advantage for Southern Arkansas. Adonis able to put out that fire on the left side of the field, but not before Southern Arkansas reset down in distance, get us to 1st and goal at the 5.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking downfield, it's Sellers.
Quick 3-step drop back. Throwing it laterally towards the right side of the field. It's hauled in. Southern Arkansas creep that much closer into this game. Still a lot of time left in the first quarter. Or the first half, excuse me. Honestly, plenty of time to respond before we head into halftime.
Listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart.
Honestly, looking for more of that special teams magic. Can't find it on that kickoff return. He's down at the 18.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires
once again, more of that scramble hesitation. Didn't create any chaos in the secondary, but Adonis stepping into the pocket, collapsing around, and gets him enough space and time to deliver the strike up to the 41-yard line. Love the quarterback play I'm seeing here from Adonis.
Steps away.
Rolling out to the right side. Once again, buying just enough time with his legs to deliver the strike over the middle. Now up to the 15-yard line. 300 yards. We're still in the first half.
Spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively.
Another drop back on 1st and 10. Bobbled, hit in the air and incomplete.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Off play action.
Another drop back. Adonis liked what he saw. This time it's a strike into the end zone for the touchdown. Quick response for Adonis. Still full minute and change left to play in the first half.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he stepped
Southern
out of
Arkansas
bounds at the 22.
just short of what would have been a touchback, starting at their own 22-yard line.
To throw, it's Sellers. Now he's going to break the
Dropping back to
pocket.
pass. Has to match a frenetic pace set by Adonis on
He gets it
the
past
last drive. That time it's just a 5-yard scramble.
Knocked out of bounds at the 27.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made it
Little
run.
drop back here on second. Underneath the nose of the defense. Knocked loose, fumbled, and out of bounds. Have to pick anywhere to fumble. Those sidelines tend to be a good place to do it. That defense botches the catch even slightly and gets sent out of bounds. Breathe a sigh of relief. The offense lives to fight another day. Another dangerous ball thrown this defense's way, and it's incomplete.
The defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on early.
Southern Arkansas
a ton of yards. I think
launching
they
2
understood
bullets on this drive. Fumble recovery, nearly an interception. Now 4th and
Third down, that was
inches.
critical for them to
Stuffed
get
at the
off
line, and
the
Adonis
field.
takes possession back. Still
Nice
so
job
much
that
time left here in the first half. Adonis with a chance to grow his lead even further. Get us into blowout territory. And Southern Arkansas look to be waving the white flag. Adonis gets back to a 500 record in stride, ladies and gentlemen. GG's to Southern Arkansas. They fall to 1-3. Adonis breathes a sigh of relief as he gets back up to a 500 record here in week 4. We are presuming that that is indeed the opponent quitting early and not a lag out situation. If we somehow end up incorrect, we will come through with that correction. In the meantime, got to get back to our remaining post-university Eagles. The fun is not through just yet in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on board with BradSnappa. Remaining post-university Eagles tonight need 2 straight wins to come away with victories. They're battling back down 0-1 in their respective series. A missile downfield. It's hauled in. No, just long of the receiver and incomplete. Amazing the power that BradSnappa was able to get on that one. We do got to flip the scoreboards here as well. 4-down offense going to be the call for post-university. Not too much time left on this game clock. Not quite a prevent look for John Brown this time. Pass looked like it was hauled in. It hit the receiver's hand and it's dropped. Now we've talked about that possession battle. Could be looking to go the way of John Brown University. Still a very manageable position. The kick is up. It's well short of the marker. John Brown with a chance for a return. They're going to take a knee in the back of their own end zone as they'll be nursing a 6-point lead headed into halftime. Adonis getting post-university started in the W column tonight. A lot of adversity to battle back from for our remaining post-university Eagles to share that Week 4 winner's circle with them. It'll be BradSnappa starting on the defensive side of the football. Keep this game out of hand. Easy is indeed live. He's still battling back in his week 4 matchup. Look to swap over to him in just a moment here. Want to see how BradSnappa gets back in this one. Want to see him put up a shutout here to start the third quarter of play. Just might have it. 4-down offense is going to be the call for John Brown University. They're going to need it. Keep BradSnappa off their tail here. Dropping back to pass, it's incomplete, and BradSnappa has his turnover on downs. sigh of relief for BradSnappa. Has a chance to score a touchdown and go up here in this one. 3-step drop back strike to the big fella. It's a first for Post University. Play action here on first. Rolling out to his right. Gonna make magic on the comeback route. Able to bait the defender to go for that interception. BradSnappa putting it where only his receiver can get it. We'll be looking to take a narrow 14-13 point lead as we get started in the third quarter. We'll stick with the PAT before returning to BigSneezy, continuing to fight back in his matchup as well.
Happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead.
BigSneezy in a very good spot here, up 14-0. Have a scoreboard flipping situation.
Momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28.
Not quite the absurd score differentials that BigSneezy's been used to throughout the first 3 weeks of the regular season. Adallday State looking to respond before getting into halftime. They do get up to the 39, able to flip the field on that first play from scrimmage.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes
BigSneezy far from out of the woods in this one.
To turn things around, and after that beautiful completion deep for the offense,
dangerous ball, double coverage, and incomplete there.
Now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Play clock does stop for Glenville State, a sigh of relief for them. Pass hauled underneath the defense. Not quite a first down. A timeout going to be necessary for Glenville State. Continue to work upfield. Stuck in the mud so far on this set of downs. Empty backfield for Glenville State. Now they've liked their scramble action. Got a couple of decent plays out of it. Especially with this rollout to extend the play and a big breakup from BigSneezy. 4 down territory for Glenville State now in this one. Of course, this has been an offense that has had no fear in 4 down situations. They've already converted a couple tonight. They need more of that magic late in the first half here. One in the backfield this time for Glenville State. Going to roll to his right, throws cross body and incomplete. BigSneezy's got the stop he's looking for. Continuing to pitch a shutout through the first half. Sigh of relief for BigSneezy. Probably out of the realm to score any more points in the first half. 5 seconds remaining. BigSneezy does call a timeout. Won't be surprised if we see a prevent look from Glenville State. And there it is. Again, we've seen Post University Eagles break it before. BigSneezy looking to do so on the ground. Comes up empty. You have to settle for a 14-0 lead as you enter halftime. BigSneezy doing damage on both sides of the field. That two-way prowess, certainly a nice yellow brick road towards victory. Still 1 half between BigSneezy and getting us all tied up in this best-of-3 series.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Of course, BigSneezy with the football. The start of the second half. Chance to weaponize that possession advantage, turn it into a 3-score deficit for the Glenville State offense that has been effectively stuck in the mud. 0 points for them here in game 2. Gaining 0 there for BigSneezy.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's
Or Wildcat action, but BigSneezy can deliver that throw from that formation, and it's a first down for Post University.
create an opportunity for big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this.
Mention the risks. Everybody in the box like it's a family photo. BigSneezy's been able to bounce it to the outside and make magic happen that way before, but this time he is stuffed at the line.
That speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started.
Trying to smash through that A gap. Just a 3-yard gain there for BigSneezy.
Stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap.
Defense spreading out for Glenville State. BigSneezy cannot find that window to jump through. It's just a 4-yard gain there. 4-down offense going to be the call for Post University.
Still on their side of the field, no
BigSneezy stuck in the mud here. They're to give Glenville State a jump start to their offense if they can't come up with the 4-down conversion here. Direct snap, wide lanes to run through. A sigh of relief for Post University as BigSneezy keeps this drive alive.
confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like anybody, any place, anytime.
It's like a screen, bubble screen scenario on the right side of the field. It's a 3-yard gain. Glenville State, 3-yard loss, excuse me. Glenville State all over it that time.
In man coverage, if there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
More Wildcat action. Another pass to the outside.
Wildcat created an alley, picked up a
Able to turn the corner just barely, and it's 3rd and 6 now for Post University.
I love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
burning debris.
BigSneezy not. He's been struggling to find these lanes to run through, left, right, or through the middle. Glenville State doing an excellent job of getting these bodies in the right spot. BigSneezy once again facing 4-down territory as we approach the final quarter of play. BigSneezy doing an excellent job just deflating the absolute air out of the football there in the 3rd quarter. Despite only nursing a narrow 2-score lead, with this slow play in the 3rd quarter, this game may already be decided. May want to grab a first down or two, not give Glenville State the entire 4th quarter to work with, though.
On 4th down, looking for the completion.
And quick throw, the receiver and the quarterback not quite lined up there. It's incomplete, and Glenville State's got the football back.
But when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free.
To the time of possession differential, just absurd. Despite having a narrow 2-score lead, it's that possession supremacy that BigSneezy likes to operate with out of that Wildcat, with that true clock enabled, just so ahead of schedule compared to other players, just absolutely putting the game in slow motion by limiting those possessions. A couple of miscommunications for Glenville State. BigSneezy able to speed up the quarterback maybe a little bit more than they're comfortable with, and it's incomplete that time on 2nd down. One in the backfield here for Glenville State. 12 yards between them and the marker. And we play action on 3rd and 12. The defense hot on their tail, and it's incomplete. BigSneezy looking to get this game all tied up. Send us to a game 3. See who stays undefeated.
Haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
4-down territory for Glenville State, no secret about it. Trying to draw him off sides potentially with the wealth of adjustments pre-snap. BigSneezy not going to bite forward. Instead, this ball going deep downfield. BigSneezy's defense all over it. It's intercepted. for Post University, and that could be all she wrote in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Shoot clock on absolutely if you're BigSneezy. You look to get us out in a game 2 in a hurry here. And no, instead, no Wildcat. Might not even be shoot clock. Direct snap to the quarterback. It'll be enough for a first down and more as the big man continues to roll upfield. The quarterback, not quite the Wildcat offense BigSneezy is used to running. There's a lot of damage on the ground all the same. This time here in the Wildcat, the football's knocked loose. BigSneezy able to retain possession.
Had to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense.
Sigh of relief
They jumped on that one.
for BigSneezy when you fumble like that and you are nowhere near the sideline. Love to see the rest of that offense step up to retain possession. Just hoping the CPU is able to come away with it.
That can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Hand off on first, just a 2-yard gain. Every successful run continues to increase BigSneezy's odds of coming away with it. One more play from scrimmage and we'll have the 2-minute timeout. And once again, it's these direct snaps from the quarterback to the quarterback, These draw plays from the quarterback that have been creating big gains on the ground for BigSneezy. Seen him love the plays from scrimmage out of the Wildcat, direct snaps to the running back. It's a couple plays from Mendoza, the quarterback for this Indiana Hoosiers squad. Has got BigSneezy on 1st and goal. Might have BigSneezy running into the end zone for the running touchdown. Once again, the quarterback doing damage on the ground there for BigSneezy. That'll be just about all she wrote underneath the 2-minute warning, and BigSneezy up 3 score, still pitching a shutout. Glenville State stuck in the mud might not even begin to describe how their offense has been working here in game 2. If you're Glenville State, you're just looking for any sort of momentum. Even if it is a touchdown on special teams, you don't want to go into game 3 with a goose egg on your side of the scoreboard. They're able to put those fears to rest. It's a kickoff return touchdown for Glenville State. So couldn't quite get anything going with the quarterback, but it's special teams who've got Glenville State on the board late in this one.
What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge and it provides such a boost.
That'll be just about all she wrote here for game 2. Glenville State, onside kick shenanigans certainly a possibility. Hands team for BigSneezy able to corral it. That'll be just about all she wrote. Glenville State with 3 timeouts to their name. But BigSneezy effectively 2 first downs away from getting us to game 3. Another direct snap to the quarterback. Hesitation move for the first down, and now a foot race up to the 15. Down at the 14 now for BigSneezy. An extra wrinkle with the quarterback being an extra layer of this run game for BigSneezy. That time just a 5-yard gain. If Glenville State are not going to call timeouts, it'll be one more drive, one more play from scrimmage until we have BigSneezy entering a do-or-die game 3 here in week 4 of the regular season. And it'll be BigSneezy rolling in. It's a red carpet or the touchdown on the ground.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able
The
to
3-score lead stays intact for BigSneezy following the rushing touchdown.
Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for
Glenville State going to be starting off at the 27. Mental game, you keep the goose egg off the scoreboard. You still want to see some sort of momentum under center. They've looked like an offense that has been flummoxed by this defense continuously. Once again, incomplete. It doesn't look like the quarterback and their receivers are all on the same page. As BradSnappa does fall 0-2 in his Week 4 matchup. BigSneezy looking to avoid the same fate. It's going to at the very least get us to a Game 3 here against Glenville State.
This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Dropping back to pass. He finally gets it lined up with his receiver, but the defense is all over it. It's intercepted. Or direct snap shenanigans for BigSneezy. A timeout is called. Looking to put more points on the board. We talked about it throughout the season. Game differential a factor. Of course, BigSneezy finally dropping his first game of these best of 3 series. But of course, after that, you have point differential. No excuse to do anything. No excuse to put on the emergency brake, even with 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd down, he drops to throw.
Dropping back. It's incomplete, but BigSneezy's done enough in Game 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a brief break. BigSneezy's all that's remaining of our post-university coverage here in ECAC College Football 26. We'll have Game 3 when we return.
They felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments.
So we have a small update from BigSneezy himself. That was Game 3, not Game 2. BigSneezy doing a superb job as always to get his games done so quickly. Somehow he got 3 games done in just under an hour and a half. So BigSneezy is going to move on to Week 5 in the ECAC with that undefeated record still intact, joining an elite class. There are still there'll be at least, I believe, 3 other players in the ECAC that remain undefeated. BigSneezy taking his place upon the podium. He'll be facing one of these other undefeated players, next week. We hope to have that match for y'all then. Till then, I've been Sandwich. We appreciate y'all's time tonight. Hope y'all have a great evening. We hope to see y'all soon.